and something went wrong. And tonight, I need to tell you what went wrong. I need to tell you what went wrong. Now here's what I need. I need everybody in the pit. I need everybody in the pit. My brothers and sisters, you gotta look at me. And you gotta stop moving. You gotta stop moving. This is important. I'm gonna wait for you. I need everybody, look at Reggie. I got everybody's attention, but down on the floor. And I need your attention. I'm waiting for you. On the day of my friend's daughter's 13th birthday. On the day of my friend's daughter's 13th birthday, he went to work and his wife drove their daughter to school. In the parking lot in front of the school, the mom looked at the daughter and said, "Do you remember when you were really small?" She said, "Yes." "Do you remember what you used to do?" She said, "Yes. I used to sit at your dresser and I'd try on all your jewelry." She said, "Honey, do you remember your favorite piece of jewelry of mine?" She said, "Oh yes, Mom. I loved your pearl necklace. It was my favorite." "Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I needed a cup." He said that the mom looked at the daughter and said, "I got something for you for your birthday. Just open the glove box and you can see what it is." So when the daughter opened the glove box, there was a box that had birthday paper wrapped around it. She tore it open, and when she opened it up, it was a pearl necklace. The mom said to her, "It's not the most expensive, but it's not the cheapest. I just think you deserve to have something nice. We love you and we're proud of you." So the daughter asked, "Can I wear it to school?" And the mom said, "Yes, you can." So the mom helped her daughter put the necklace on, and she kissed her goodbye, and the daughter went to school. While the daughter was at school that day, to her shock, her dad had beat her to the cafeteria for lunch. He had hung banners and streamers and balloons. It said, "Happy birthday, baby." It was unbelievable. In the middle of lunch, she looked up and saw her dad at the door of the cafeteria. He was waving at his daughter to come to him. When she walked over, he said to her, "Happy birthday, baby. I need to talk to you." He took his daughter by the hand. She was 13 years old. As they walked toward the front office, when they got there, she looked up at her father and she simply said to her father, "What's wrong?" When she asked her dad what's wrong, he began to cry. The reason he began to cry was this. He looked at his daughter and said, "Baby, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But your mom, after she dropped you off, was coming to see me at work. And a car ran a stoplight. And it hit your mom's car. And your mom's gone." When he said that, the little girl grabbed the pearl, one pearl from the necklace, and began to rub the pearl. As she rubbed the pearl, the dad just held her and cried. That was her 13th birthday. Listen close. It's simple and it goes like this. When the daughter turned 14 years old, for 1 year, her dad just took care of her. He changed jobs so that he didn't have to show up to work until after he dropped her off at school. And he could leave work before she got out of school. On her 14th birthday, he took her and 3 of her friends to Disney World. On the last night there, they had dinner. He had 2 tables. The friends were at one and he was with his daughter. Before she went to a movie with her friends, he looked at her and he said, "Baby, I need to ask you something." She said, "Sure, Dad." He said, "Baby, do you love me?" She said, "Oh, yes, Daddy, I love you." He said, "Baby, do you trust me?" She said, "Oh, yes, Daddy, I trust you." He said, "If you love me and if you trust me, give me the necklace. Give me the pearl necklace." necklace. The girl grabbed one of the pearls and just rubbed it and said, "No, Daddy, it's all I have to remember Mom." And he didn't mention it again for another year. At 15, he took her daughter out to dinner with her friends. When they came back home, he gave her her presents. It was time for bed. He looked at her and said, "Before you go to bed, I got to ask you something. Baby, do you love me?" She said, "Yes, Daddy, I love you." He said, "Baby, do you trust me?" "Yes, Daddy, I trust you." He said, "Baby, if you love me and if you trust me, then please give me the necklace." And again, she said, "No, it's all I have." And for 1 year, he didn't mention it. At 16, she got her driver's license, and her dad did everything he had to do to give her a car. She was so excited. She even drove to dinner. But that night, when it was time for bed, he said, "Honey, before you go to bed, do you love your daddy?" She went, "Oh, I love my daddy. He got me a car." He said, "Do you trust your daddy?" "Yes, Daddy, I trust you." "Then give me the necklace." And at 16, she said no. At 17, she didn't want to go anywhere. All she wanted was her dad to cook dinner and watch a video. After the video was over, he sat down and looked at her and said, "Baby, do you love your daddy?" She said, "Yes, Daddy, I love you." He said, "Baby, do you trust your daddy?" She said, "Yes, Daddy, I trust you." He said, "If you love me and if you trust me, give me the necklace." And at 17 years old, she said, "Okay." He helped her take the necklace off. And when he had it in his hand, he reached in his pocket and he pulled out a box. The birthday paper was falling off because it had been wrapped for years. He gave it to her. When she opened it, it was the most expensive pearl necklace you could buy. And he simply said this to his daughter: "Your mom would never want you to remember her with something fake. She would want you to have something real." Tonight, on the side of this hill, I have given Australia 3 weeks of my life. About 100,000 young people, some of you here, have heard me speak at your school. But what I need you to understand is this right here. And listen to me close. I grew up with no mom and no dad in foster care. But one day I found out that my fake messed up life. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault that I didn't have a family. But my fake messed up life, I didn't have to live it this way. I was told that there was a way. There was a way. I am here to tell you that my friend Stan Walker knows that way. I'm here to tell you that my friends New Empire, they know that way. I'm here to tell you that my rapping friend Israel, he knows that way. I'm here to tell you that his name is Jesus Christ. And he's the way, he's the truth, and he's the life. Look at me, I gotta go. But my thing tonight is simply this. Jesus Christ is looking at you tonight, and he's simply asking you, "Do you love me?" And many of you here would say, "Yes, Jesus, I love you." And he's asking you, "Do you trust me?" And many of you would say, "Yes, Jesus, I trust you." And all he's saying is, if you love me and if you trust me, give me your life. Give me your life.